Hey kiddos, welcome to our third week of division practice. Now, a couple of things before we get started, and I'm going to be setting these up as we talk just to keep time moving. I know that we have been working really hard on our division, and some of you, your brain is just soaking it up, and it is making so much sense. And for some of you, you're still feeling frustrated. And both of those are completely okay places to be. We talked in the beginning that dividing is probably the hardest thing that we're going to talk about this year. Now, I know that for some of you, most of the topics we do are pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. You need a little bit of help, but this might be the first thing we've done this year where you feel super frustrated. And I want you to tell, and I want to tell you that I get it. And I know that this is really hard. And I know that you are all doing your best work. So, what I want you to do, and I'm going to have put this in the post and tell you in the classroom, but just in case you somehow missed it, if you don't feel ready for these 4-digit practice questions, that is perfectly fine. I would love for you to try the 3-digit at this point. If you still don't feel comfortable, though, send me a message and I will give you some 2-digit practice problems to build your confidence. Division is not going away. We're going to keep working on this. We're going to keep building this skill. Remember, our goal by the end of the year is to be able to divide a 4-digit number. We talked in classes about what division is going to look like next year and why it's so important for us to invest this time and stick through the hard to get to a better understanding, right? Because as we grow and learn in our math, we're going to be dividing not only bigger numbers, we're going to be dividing with 2-digit numbers, we're going to be dividing fractions and decimals, and it's going to continue to grow in 5th grade and 6th grade and 7th grade and on. So I want you to know that if you feel like this is really hard right now, I understand. I get it. This is probably one of the hardest things that you're going to tackle this year. But just know that I would not give you anything you couldn't handle. I know you've got this. I know that it is going to make sense. You're going to have that aha moment. It's going to click. And right now, it might not feel like it, but don't give up, mathletes. I'm going to keep posting videos for you to review. We're going to keep bringing these up as warm-ups. I am not giving up on your understanding. So hang in there, love bugs, okay? So I'm going to go over all the answers for these because everyone's working at different paces. But if you didn't answer them all, that is okay. I want you to stick with what feels comfortable for you. All right? So we're going to dive in. We've really been kind of living in this box division, and it's been really successful. So that's what I'm going to show you with this, okay? So we have 3, 8, 8, and a 4. Let's dive in. We talked about the no thank you boxes, right? If I have 3 cookies and I'm asking you to give me 4, no thanks. I can't do it. I can't give you more than I have. So I'm going to show that I tried with a 0. Now I multiply 0 times 4 is 0. Subtract 3 minus 0 is 3. Bring it next door. 9 times 4 is 36. That's the closest I can get. Oh, 9 times 4. When I subtract, I'm left with 2. I bring it next door. 7 times 4 is 28. Nothing left. My answer is 97. Next up, we have 457 divided by 4. 4 divides into 4 one time because 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring it next door. 4 divides into 5 one time because 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring it next door. The closest I can get to 17 is 4 times 4, which is 16, leaving me with 1. Remember, remainders are okay. It just means I don't have enough to share fair. My answer, 114, remainder 1. Next up, 712 divided by 8. Does 8 go into 7? No, thank you. Can't do it. Bring it next door. 8 times 8 is 64. When I subtract, I'm left with 7. Bring it next door. 8 times 9 is 72. No leftovers. My answer is 89. 204 divided by 9. Does 9 divide into 2? No, thank you. I can't do it. 9 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring it next door. Does 9 divide into 20? Yes, the closest I can get is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. When I borrow and subtract, I get 2. Bring it next door. 9 goes into 24. 2 times is the closest. That's 18. I have 6 left over. Remember, if it's smaller than what I'm dividing by, that is A-okay. My answer is 22. Remainder of 6. Drop my pen. This one, 2, 1, 1, 7 divided by 3. 3 does not divide into 2, but I tried. 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring it next door. Does 3 go into 21? Yes, it does. It's going to go in 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. Subtract for 0. Bring it next door. Uh-oh. We have a no thank you box in the middle. Be careful. Does 3 divide into 1? No. 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract for 1. Bring it next door. Does 3 divide into 17? Yes, it does. 5 times is the closest. When I subtract my 15, I have 2 left over. 705. Remainder of 2. Last one on this page. 520 divided by 8. Does 8 go into 5? No, thank you. 0 times 8 is 0. Subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. Bring it next door. 6 times 8 is 48. Closest I can get. Subtract for 4. Bring it next door. 8 times 5 is 40 on the nose. Nothing left over. My answer is 65. All right, kiddos, that's the end of this page. If you have any questions, bring them with you to class. Next up, still living in the land of division. Let's jump in. Remember, if you are only doing the 3-digit ones, that is absolutely fine. Answer the ones that work for you. Let's go. Does 4 divide into 1? No, thank you. Bring that 1 next door. Does 4 divide into 18? Absolutely. 4 times 4 gives me 16. That's the closest I can get. Does 4 divide into 21? Absolutely. 4 times 5 is 20. That's the closest I can get. Bring it next door. Does 4 divide into 12? Absolutely. On the nose. Nothing left. 453. 3,476 by 6. Does 6 go into 3? No, thank you. Bring the 3 next door. 6 times 5 is 30. 4 left over. Remember, 4 is smaller than 6, so it's okay. 6 times what gets me closer to 47? 6 times 7 is 42. That's the closest I can get. 5 left over. Bring it next door. Remember that 5 is less than 6? It is still okay. 6 times 9 is 54. That's the closest I can get. 2 left over. 579. Remainder 2. Next up, 2,142 divided by 7. Does 7 divide into 2? No, thank you. Bring it next door. 7 times 3 is 21 on the nose. Nothing left. Still bring that 0 next door. It is always good practice. Does 7 go into 4? Nope. Bring that 4 down. Does 7 go into 42? Absolutely. 6 times. On the nose, answer 306. 724 divided by 4. Does 4 go into 7? 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring it next door. Does 4 go into 32? Absolutely. 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. Nothing left. Bring it next door. Does 4 go into 4? Yes. 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. Nothing left. Our answer is 181. 2 more on this page. We are on page 2 of 5. 312 divided by 5. Does 5 divide into 3? No, it does not. Use your 0. Bring your 3 next door. Does 5 divide into 31? Yes. 5 times 6 is 30. Bring your 1 over. Does 5 divide into 12? Yes. 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. We have a remainder of 2. Our answer, 62, remainder 2. Last one on this page, 278 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. Multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring it next door. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract. We have 1. Bring it next door. 2 goes into 18 9 times. Final answer is 139. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. If you're ready for page 3, hang tight because here it goes. We are on to page 3, my little nuggets. We are dividing first 336 by 7. Remember our no thank you boxes. Does 3 go into 7? No, thank you. It is too small. Move it next door. 7 times 4 is 28. That's the closest I can get. I have 5 left over. But remember, as long as it's smaller than the number out front, we are good to go. 7 times 8 is 56 on the nose. Nothing left. My answer is 48. If you are only comfortable doing the 3-digit, go for it. This is just so everyone is working at their own pace. 2,428 divided by 3. Does 3 go into 2? No, it doesn't. Does it go into 24? Absolutely. 8 times 3 is 24. Nothing left. Bring it next door. We have a no thank you in the middle. Does 3 go into 2? No thank you. It's too small, but does it go into 28? Absolutely. 9 times 3 is 27. 1 left over. Our answer is 809, remainder of 1. Another 4-digit. If this is not your comfort, go ahead and skip it. We are going to build you up, I promise. Does 6 go into 1? No, it's too small, but it's going to go into 18 3 times because 3 times 6 is 18. Nothing left. Bring it next door. No thank you in the middle. 6 does not go into 3, but it does go into 34. 6 times 5 is 30. Gives us 4 left over. 4 is smaller than 6, so we are good to go. We have 305, remainder of 4. 501 divided by 6. Does 6 divide into 5? No, it is too small. Bring it next door. 6 times 8 is 48. That's the closest we can get. Bring it next door. 6 times 3 is 18. It leaves us with 3 left over. 83, remainder of 3. 2 more for this page. We are moving and grooving, kiddos. 2 does not go into 1. It's too small, but it does go into 15. 2 times 7 is 14. That's the closest I can get. 2 times 9 is 18 on the nose. Be careful with this last step. We have a 0, but we have to show we tried. Does 2 go into 0? No. Is there anything left over? No. My answer is 790. If you got 79 and multiplied, you would see that you got 158 and it would be too small. Be careful. You always have to show you tried. We have 803 divided by 7. Does 7 go into 8? Absolutely. 1 time. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract. 8 minus 7 is 1. Bring it next door. Does 7 go into 10? Yes, 1 time. When we subtract, we have 3. Last one, 7 into 33. 4 times is the closest. That gives us 28. Leaves us with a remainder of 5. 114. Remainder of 5. Questions? Bring them to class. If you're ready for page 4, here we go. Remember, if you are not comfortable doing the 4-digit, it is okay to skip them and come back when you feel ready. Let's jump into our first problem. 6 does not go into 3. It's too small. It does go into 36 6 times. We have a no thank you in the middle. 6 does not go into 5. But it does go into 57. 6 times 9 is 54, leaving 3. 609, remainder of 3. 1,476 divided by 7. 7 does not go into 1, but it does go into 14 2 times, leaving nothing. 7 goes into 7 1 time, leaving nothing. A no thank you at the end. 7 does not go into 6, but we tried. That makes it a remainder. 210, remainder of 6. 905 divided by 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 6 is 24. 226 with a remainder of 1. 4,056 divided by 8. 8 does not go into 4, but it does go into 45 times on the nose. We have a no thank you in the middle. 8 does not go into 5, but it does go into 56. 8 times 7 is 56. 507 is our answer. 2 more on this page. 1,103 divided by 2. 2 does not go into 1, but it does go into 11. 2 times 5 is 10. Leaving 1, bring it next door. 2 times 5 is 10, repeated skill. 2 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. 551, remainder of 1. Last one for page 4. Does 8 go into 4? No, it does not. Does 8 go into 42? Absolutely. 8 times 5 is 40. 2 left over, bring it next door. 8 times 3 is 24 on the nose. Our answer is 53. Any questions, please bring them with you to class. Otherwise, last page, my friends, page number 5. We're starting with 282 divided by 6. Remember, if you're only comfortable with 3 digits, stick with that. If you're ready for the stretch, do all 4. 6 does not go into 2, but it does go into 28 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. Subtract for 4 is smaller than 6, so we're good to go. 6 times 7 is 42 on the nose. Our answer is 47. 3,344 divided by 4. Does 4 go into 3? No, but it goes into 33. 4 times 8 is 32. Leaves us with 1. Bring it next door. 4 times 3 is 12. Leaves us with 2. 4 goes into 24 6 times on the nose. 836 is our answer. 1,408 divided by 4. 4 does not go into 1, but it does go into 14 3 times. It does go into 25 times on the nose, nothing left. 4 goes into 8 2 times, no remainder. Our answer is 352. 824 divided by 8. 8 goes into 8 one time. 8 does not go into 2, show you tried. 8 goes into 24 3 times. Our answer is 103. 2 more, kiddos, and then we are done for the weekend. 630 divided by 6. 6 goes into 6 one time. No thank you in the middle. 6 does not go into 3, but it does go into 35 times. Our answer is 105. Last one for this week, 7,047 divided by 9. 9 does not go into 7, but it does go into 78 times. No, not 8 times, 7 times. Sorry, kiddos, my brain blanked out there. It's going to go in 7 times. 7 times 9 is 63, leaves us with 7. Bring it next door. Now it'll go in 8 times for 72. Goes into 27 3 times on the nose. 783 is our answer. If you have any questions, bring them with you to class. Remember, this is a skill we are going to continue to build. So if you feel unsure, keep practicing. Have a good weekend.